well, we're playing Hive Swap Friendship Simulator, which is like an offshoot of Hive Swap or something.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, like...
Which, I guess since it's Volume 1, that makes sense.
What is...
Right there. Volume 1.
Where?
On the left.
Oh! Okay, shut up.
Swap Simulator 1, Hive Friendship Volume. You've got Friendship Volume in your Hive, actually.
Anyway, so we're playing as ourselves, and...
Is that what we look like?
Yes, that is what the MSPA reader person looks like. But anywho, so I went to... Like, I was on Tumblr, and got people to vote on who... You
have just crash-landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship.
So I got people to vote on who they wanted me to befriend, so...
You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for... friendship! Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching?
So everybody voted on Ardata, which is funny, because I was actually going to pick... how do you pronounce the name?
Diemen.
Diemen?
Diemen.
Huh. Anyway, but everybody was like, no, Ardata! Well, they weren't like, no, Ardata, because I didn't tell them who I was going to pick, but... Anyway, we're going with the Spider Lady.
Spider lesbian. You promised me lesbians.
What?
Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend?
Dear God! And just what... bleh. And just what are you supposed to be?
Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now.
You read that last part so sinisterly. Oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend?
How come you're not drawing out your eyes?
It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing... Am I drawing out my eyes? I can't tell.
Hell. Anyway.
Wishing to know me... That is hard to do.
In any capacity.
The
hilarity. The hilarity. Okay, whatever.
The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with... Okay, now I'm just gonna read it normal.
Okay.
It's too much. This thing at my doorstep wishes to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare.
You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away.
And just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave?
You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your probably broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness.
It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunterpod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence.
Says the three-eyeball chick. Like, is
Well,
one of them
yeah.
closed, or does she literally just have three?
No, she just has 3.
Weird.
I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless.
You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic, while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly.
I told you I would end you if you did that!
If they wanted a sniffle noise.
That wasn't a sniffle noise! That was your stupid snorting noise! Do you know how long it took me to edit out all those noises? Because you had the sniffles whenever we did the recording and
So it was a sniffle.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You're a jerk. I hate you.
No, actually, I'm a cool dude. One of those random people on the internet said so. You showed me it.
Anyway.
On to the friend zoning, come on.
Shut up. Okay.
Even though she's very much a tsundere and I'm not into it.
You don't know she's a tsundere. We just met her.
She's very clearly a tsundere. Or a yandere. That's the word I want. She's a yaoi dairy milky.
She's just a psycho spider bitch.
I believe that's exactly what I just said.
No,
Yaoi dairy milky. I understand Japanese.
I'm trying to act here.
And I'm trying to be a butthole. So, get on my level.
Okay. Oh my. Oh dear, you're sad? So amusing to me. Mildly endearing, even. Perhaps. I'll decide later if it's endearing once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to pull yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? I will literally murder you if you sniffle again. I will get the spider bitch to come out of the screen and murder you.
I mean, you're just tempting me.
Don't do it, no, seriously.
Okay. You nod while practicing extreme control. Practicing exemplary control over your nose.
You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Did I read that right? There is a chance the designation will be Oh, okay. For some reason...
You couldn't act and understand at the same time?
I read formalized, but my brain interpreted it as like terminated. So if I act good, she'll be mad. Anyway.
I mean, of course, she's trolling you. And you're gonna human her.
Oh my god. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agree?
No.
Don't anger the spider bitch!
She can't hear me. This game isn't that intelligent.
I like her fingernails.
Good for you.
Good for your face.
Your heart swells. This is what you have been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all. Possibly for many hours.
Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use nourishment.
Nice transition.
What? Did something mess up? Are we supposed to be in her... I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, generally, but it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is that I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound?
How does it sound? It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. It sounds fine, I guess.
Well, let's try not to anger her.
Don't be a wimp.
What do you mean, don't be a wimp?
I mean, stand up for yourself.
This isn't really standing up for myself, is it?
It's passive-aggressively standing up for yourself.
No, it's more like being like,
Look, do you want to be a doormat or do you want to be a Shinji?
Shinji? You're talking about from, like, that Evangelion thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to be Shinji! Who wants to be Shinji? Wait, isn't Shinji a doormat? I'm confused. I'm going with the first one. Obviously it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. Is it gonna be bugs?
It's gonna be spider donuts. You know, made of spiders. For spiders. By spiders. I said that in the wrong order.
You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. See?
Oh, violence.
I told you I'd hurt you. Anyway.
I didn't snort.
What?
I didn't snort, though.
I don't care. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship.
You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can, without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well, until you realize that one of your arms is probably broken, too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice, though. It would probably leave a bad impression.
Why are you reading it like that?
Because I can.
But you were reading it so cool before.
Okay.
Come with me. There is something I need your help with. Oh, now we're inside.
You follow her into the hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised.
And I mentioned this on Tumblr. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but okay, the handles and that, they look like horns. They look like troll horns.
Yeah, I noticed. Very interesting.
Also, her hive is so sloppy, it's weird. Wait, did you already read this?
Oh,
I don't remember.
Yes,
Okay.
I did. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room. Okay, you guess dinner can wait.
This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience.
Oh, so you guess she doesn't know you're injured? Fair enough.
She does know.
Oh, shut up. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster through another door into a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below.
Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You're hungry, too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for?
Well, just looking at you right offhand, I don't know. You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it, though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Because, you know, you want her to be a lesbian. You have a weird need for this in your life.
The way you're phrasing that implies that I'm the one who wanted it. So are you talking about the player character?
Yes. I'm talking about the player character. I was narrating. The audience wants it. The audience.
I mean, that's true.
Good.
Like,
Good.
According to Tumblr, all of the troll girls are lesbians. And also the human girl.
Very good. Very good.
Anyway. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. Da-dong.
You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign whatsoever of the hungry thing that was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shape and size.
And a camera.
Nothing weird about any of this. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you.
I am very concerned.
It was the other playable friend person, maybe. I don't know. But you can't be their friend now. He struggles to say, "Help!" Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. "Help! Plo?"
Hello.
He says. "Help, Plo!" By which I mean, hello, of course. Looks like you're going... Wait.
Looks like you're the...
Oh, this is that same guy talking.
Yeah.
"Help, Plo!" By which I mean, hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress, chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me, if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say, ever again.
Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come, over here. This is what I need your help with, if you're going to have any value to me as a friend.
You're led to a dark corner of this. Well, you're going to call it like you see it. This dungeon. Your new friend is a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers.
I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time.
You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface.
Ooh. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box.
You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal and friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm and a remedial balm for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest.
Hold on. Before you start, this will make for excellent content.
It's an unboxing video. She's a god tuber.
God tuber.
It's a Dragon Ball joke.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay. My fans will appreciate this.
Ah, animation! What? By the way,
Anyway.
do you have a timer going? Are you like stopping between episodes or?
No, it didn't occur to me to set a timer. I didn't think it was going to be long, so...
Okay. She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in the corner of a screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Other rectangles contain shots of other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom.
Now you may begin.
She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable-looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, swishing around some viscous liquid it contains.
Is that like a kind of cup?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
like
fancy goblet type dealy.
So like not like a wine glass.
No.
More like with fancy jewels or something.
Probably.
Okay.
You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't really recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously.
Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking?
You reassure her vigorously that, no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, and you say as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear.
Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue.
You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are a lot, like 50 screws in this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem to be that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this thing even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does.
Isn't that just that little L-shaped thing?
Yes. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. Get the hell out of there. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for.
I'm assuming the top one will get me killed, so yeah.
You decide it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably consider it bad form. You'll just make do, and twist in all the screws by hand as best as you can. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one, and prop pieces into place precariously. leaning against each other while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holds the line. It's really frustrating work, you're not going to lie. As you are twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck. But you've already turned it too tight. Now it's hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder.
Oh, dang.
But your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams you in the broken ribs on its way to the floor.
Did I just die by assembling a table?
I hope so. You deserve it.
I'm honestly wondering why they...
bitch.
What? Hey. I'm wondering why they wanted me to pick Ardata, though.
A prison bitch.
Dude.
It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle.
Good. Good.
She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together. Maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You will get the screw out from under there a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw, you turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest part, the table platform, flat on the floor. The legs would be pointing upward if they were attached. You position the leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes. Sit on the table platform and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. You know what's sad? This sounds like when I assemble stuff. Except I have both hands in craft.
Well, yeah.
And tools, typically. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit, for watching this sort of activity makes someone so happy. But you also have to admit that taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat menially, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the caged kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place.
Ooh.
Nice! Everyone's working like a team down here. Ardata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches toward him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back under the thing.
Huh.
She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice.
Dang.
You guess that was against the rules? You decide to make note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all 4 legs on, plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the thing to get it upright, using your only good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up, even if she won't.
Does the third character not realize that just by thinking that she can read your mind, dude?
Nonsense. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers, but then again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink, and the chalice is on a side table. Some awful-looking thing crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is ponderously large. Actually, you think it's a huge tick? That's what it looks like.
You know, I don't know why I expected it to be, like, the same size as, Briska's, Lucius.
Those are words. It settles just in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles.
Dang, she has a totally different relationship with her Lucius than Briska did, doesn't she? Like, I expected her to be, like, sympathetic, because, like, her Lucius is, like...
I thought these luscious thingies were big doggies.
Okay, but Briska's was, like, huge! Like, ginormous, like... Okay, well, anyway.
But this is a bug. It's not a dog.
Oh! Yeah, no, they're not all dogs.
Okay, then, thank you. I thought they were all weird monster dog deer thingies.
Zephyros was like a sloth.
Who?
The boy from the game, you know, he plays the weird baseball pool thing.
The guy with the X thing going on?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever his name was.
Zephyros.
Zumba.
Anyway. Let's try it out, shall we?
You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you.
No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up.
You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm towards him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do.
What? You didn't think I'd be playing... Bleh. You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you?
You aren't sure what table stickball is.
Oh, you are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of Arania stickball, played on a table. Got it?
You don't, but you nod. You can't help but be confused because she said arena. You said arena. The word is arena.
Okay. Now, go to it. Mm-hmm. Wait, it wasn't... Anyway.
You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do, since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge tick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises.
Is her pet like a cat, basically?
It's a tick.
I mean, I know, but is it, like, personality-wise?
I think it's about to be a ball in your tennis game. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites through the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it has attached to the boy's neck. This is fucking weird.
This is so gross.
Moments go by while she looks gratified by the process. Proud, almost. Then she looks at you expectantly.
Well?
You don't know what she means.
The final screw. Aren't you going to go... Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know.
Of course, that's what you were thinking. You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground, on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there, and goes back a few ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it? Yeah, that must be it, just a little further. You have an idea. A tool would be helpful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think. You carefully scrape it closer to yourself and then pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed.
I don't know why it only just now occurred to me that you didn't use the screwdriver like once to assemble the thing.
You slide under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking and wobbling quite a bit now. The tick is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All of the loose screws on the table have added to a lot of given leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help.
I feel like the table is just gonna break apart and crush me to death.
Ardata has returned to the setup with the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into a chat window.
This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. Go on, complete your project.
The dog wants in.
That is really fun to do, you know?
Yeah. Oh!
Dude, what? This will be very good.
You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not a one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are cut, causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop. Then a sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is. You think a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench.
So, it is falling on me now, right?
Yes. I mean, you're partly out of it. All 4 legs splay dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crashing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself out.
Whoa, what?
You forgot that you're still holding the screwdriver. In your desperate feeling, you plunge the screwdriver into your fat abdomen, in the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face.
Oh no. Oh no.
You screwed up bad.
I didn't have the choice to put it down.
You should have got out of there before you had the chance. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under this shitty table. You have an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping this big ass of the screaming tick while yelling, "Yeehaw!" You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand.
What?
Other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo.
What?
You hold on for dear life. Still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb you've spent the last hour constructing for yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now and riding like the wind.
Heck?
As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. You guess Ardata became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness. Oh god, you might be blowing it right now. Nah, she's loving it. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, ow, ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. It crashes through the rest of the hive, crashing through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air.
Oh my gosh, what? Did I survive?
You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship, and you know you can. You turn back to look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She is flipping you off.
You will not be my friend! Oh, I failed. What?
Rejection!
Oh, dang.
You should have listened to me. I told you how to befriend this chick, and you wouldn't listen.
Aw. Aw. I failed. At least I didn't die.
Nah, you just got broken arms and ribs and pelvis and etc.
Man.
And so ends this chronicle of Hivese Wape Friendship Simulator Volume 1 Start Lad Apione Credits.
Should we play more of this?
If you wanna. I don't care. I'm gonna do a different narration-y voice though.
Okay.
Because that one it was too intense to keep maintaining.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop this, see how the recording looks, sounds, whatever. And yeah. See you guys next time.